Hi, welcome to Sculpting My Reality. So this is a video that I'm making because something happened kind of recently when I was in the gym, and I just thought it would be really a good idea for me to make a video personally for myself, but also for anyone that's out there, uh, another training addict, if I could say, someone that likes to train, but also wants to see the results, the gains that they can make, and the results that they can gain from this craft. So what I wanted to say in this video is the observation I made is that a few days ago, actually, I was in the gym doing the bench press, and then I tried to do my max weight, 1 rep max, but then when I did it, I really got upset with myself because I realized it was the same same weight I was doing 2 years ago when I kind of like really got serious into fitness and genuinely like my own personal journey. But the point is, I was at the same weight than 2 years ago, which means that my approach to fitness was just really wrong. So the upside from all this is that like I have a very big will for training. Like training for me, I can do it every day. That's actually what I did pretty much every day for 2 years. I trained like a whole day, and sometimes when I first started, like I really had some kind of things going on like mentally, which kind of made me want to train more than I had to. So like 2 years ago when I first started, I would train at home for a few hours. I would do really insane, extreme modes of fitness because I think a lot of men have this kind of phase. I mean, some of us, I think, have a phase where there's just like something that clicks and there's like something that has to change or shift for us to move forward. And then we just set out on this kind of journey to figure ourselves out as men so we can see a brighter tomorrow. So I did that for a while. And though it was more of a, how do you say that, it's more like of a mental thing. That part of my journey was more like I was just trying to prove something to myself, like, oh, I can do this, or I'm stronger than whatever I'm believing myself not to be, or whatever, all these things. But over time I really got very comfortable with myself, and this was not an issue anymore. So recently I just saw like, okay, well, I'm just such in a different space when I train now. It's really like for the physical results of how I look and how I feel and how I walk around and how I interact with the world and how I interact with people. So that's why I call this title Sculpting My Reality. Uh, and the subtitle I think was a snapshot a snapshot of my shirtless body. So pretty much that's how I look right now. Okay, so that's like a pretty. Oh yeah, it's like shit better like that. So yeah, basically I made a lot of gains, like personally, like how I carry myself and what I know I'm capable of, which is pretty valuable in life because if you don't have any will, then you're just gonna stay at the same place. So my desire for a goal and my patience to get there is skyrocket. It's not something that I have to think about. It just gets done. So right now, since I have the right approach to training, um, I see that I see that the only thing missing now is just like to let time um, build my body actually. So that's really the only thing left, because the things that I want to write. The reason I'm making this video is because I want to make a lot of follow-ups, like like how the results end up showing up for me, and like almost like a message to myself right now, and how it's gonna over time build for the vision I see for my body, and how that's gonna affect my life in general and my reality. So pretty much that's what this is about. And I can go over like a few brief changes that I made that were just very logical for me. It's just that before I was in a different space of kind of not oriented towards like the actual goals that I really have genuinely right now, which is to get bigger, and to conquer more weights. Because I realized like I was able to run very fast if I did martial arts, because I kind of genuinely do like martial arts. When I do martial arts, I was able to do a pretty cool feats with my feet, and like mixed martial arts. I was pretty good with hitting the bag and all those things, like sprinting. I also was very good at stretching. Like everyone can stretch, right? But doing a full stretch, like a full split pancake pose, or just the vertical pose for the split, those things it kind of takes time. But then I went to another kind of challenge, which was just general weightlifting. And that's when I hit a plateau. I was like, well, 2 years ago I was at the same weight for bench press, and that really struck me, like I can't train the same way. So I went from training every day, pretty much every day, to 5 times a week, giving my body 2 days of rest. So that's pretty valuable. Like just generally, that's what it taught me. Listen to your body, and really you gotta structure your workouts more. Because I was also going like free form. Sometimes I would train the same muscles the same day, and then I wonder why I don't make progress. And I wouldn't track my reps either. Now I have like something to track my reps, so I don't make mistakes. I know exactly what I trained, what muscle I trained, how many reps, what kind of intensity I was going at, like the percentage for my one max rep, or if it's just for volumes that day. And because of that, I'm able to see exactly where I'm at and how I can adjust and how I can progress over time. And that's actually something very good for me, because when I can see like there's a tangible result, then that's what I feel most good about myself, and like where things are going for me. So like that's a big thing. And also I changed how much I eat. Before I would just eat like decent calories, but now it really changed. Like I'm around 5,000 calories per day. That's my actual number right now. About 200 grams of protein and 200 grams of fat, and I don't know how much carbs, but a lot too. And that's pretty much like the I covered the basics, which sounds basic, but I know like a lot of people who train, that's kind of a common mistake. You just go train and think you're gonna get big, but just like anything, you need a sort of structure. Otherwise, you just go in and you expect something that you didn't give the right attention and focus to have a result you had in mind, and you're just stuck. And for someone that was like kind of skinny, for someone that was like me, kind of skinny muscular, because I did train every day, so I was like really really good. I had like a really good shape, but it was skinny, and I wanted bulk. So like that's another thing that uh, I had to make changes to see like where I can go if I follow through to this way the way I see myself like in a few years. Like if I keep this progress that I've started making, like the way I train and stuff, I just know that it's just a matter of time. Keep progressively training that way, and the results are gonna come. And the way I set it up is that since I train 5 days, I have 2 days off, so that means I can focus on other things. Because before fitness was like my main focus. I would just go. I would train like crazy. I just realized that that wasn't smart. That was just like I don't know why, just ego or proving whatever to myself. But sometimes you learn the hard way. Just like wow, I'm at the same place to try to get to try to do a 1 rep max for my bench press with that 2 years. That means I was just like over abusing my body in the gym and just having the wrong approach to something and doing the same thing until you realize something cannot stay the same. And that's why fitness is a really good vehicle for seeing how in one activity such as training change can happen just depending on how you approach it, how you move towards, how you move when you're in it, and also like the results of how you feel after, like the energy you feel when you get out. That's like something that translates to everything in your life. So that's why I'm invested in that, because there's more benefits than just looking good when you train out. Like you can go very far with that particular art form. So this was just like a video to put myself out there, show that like even though like I'm just like starting out like my actual fitness journey where I enjoy myself when I train, when I just go all out. And I just live to see like where this is gonna take me, like in a few weeks, in a few months, in a few years, where this discipline of mine can take me. Uh, so that's why I wrote shaping sculpting my reality, because I always felt like the way my body feels and like how it moves to life is just like that's the thing that's gonna carry me wherever I go, in business, in relationships, in basically anything. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you are someone that likes training, I'm just gonna say this channel is really for you. I do a bunch of other things, and I have many projects that are on the way. But right now, this is like just the introduction to the fitness content that I'm gonna make. So stay tuned. Bye now.